Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. My name's Elizabeth, and I will be a millionaire teacher by the age of 35. And I want to share with you some key insights and lessons that I've learned along the way that are helping me do this and that will help me have multiple millions and hundreds of millions of dollars eventually in my life. I wasn't always great with money. I didn't understand it. I was interested in money. And fun fact, my first purchase as a young child was a cash register. I bought a real life cash register. And so I loved money, but I didn't know how to make it work for me. I didn't know how to make it. And so I want to help make it easier for you and share the lessons that I wish I knew. Let's do it. The first thing to learn is that money is a tool. It's not good or bad. It just is, okay? And you want money to work for you. You want to make your money work. You want to use it as a tool in life, because if there is something that you want, you have to have money typically to get it. And so the more you understand that money is simply a tool, it's not this horrible thing, and it's not bad or evil if you want money, or you're not a bad person if you have money or if you desire money, this can be a really big roadblock for people. They could think that rich people are rude or they cheated people, things of that nature. And so you really just want to think, hey, money is a tool. I need more of that tool. I could do more for myself, my family, my kids, my community, and the world. Number 2, if you don't know this already, your money should work for you. However you make money, you're probably working to earn money, right? You're working, you're spending your time and your energy. Now, instead of just taking that money and then spending it, or just leaving it in a savings account, which is what I did, I would save my money. Was a big saver, which is part of the equation, but it would just sit there and it lost money due to inflation. And I could have had even more money than I do now, because part of making your money grow and work is starting early and being able to invest your money into assets early, because it has more time to compound and produce more results for you. But you want to see your money as little soldiers. So once I make that money or it comes into my life, rich people know what to do with it. They know how to deploy their money into assets. Yes, they know how to manage it. Yes, they're living below their means. Yes, they're using debt appropriately and all of those critical things. But where do I put the money to make more money? If you were to get a check for $20,000, would you spend it? What would you do with it? Would it just sit there? You want to know what to do with money, because when you get more of that money, you have to know what to do with it to grow more. So you want your money to go out there and make more money for you so that you can make money while you sleep. You can make money while you sleep. That is how rich people do it. You don't have to go spend your time and your energy and your hard work just always going out there and trading your time for money. You can have your money work for you too. Money isn't bad. Wanting money isn't bad, right? And so there's a lot of good people who have money. A lot of really wealthy people, they have organizations and they give back and they do charity events and they serve people, or even the products that they've used or services to make a lot of money help people and impact people. I wish I would have known that. A lot of people in my life had told me that sales is bad, or sales is sleazy, or that people who are in business are going to rip you off. And I have heard those stories from my mentors and from really successful and wealthy multimillionaires and billionaires. You know, Sarah Blakely, the billionaire founder of Spanx, said that when she got into a room like Mr. Wonderful, and then even some other people, not just Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, said, business is war and expect to go to war. And she's like, I don't want to go to war. Like, I just want to help people feel better, and women feel better and more empowered in their clothes and feel good, right? And so she said, I don't believe that. It does not have to be war. It doesn't have to be this way, right? And so money can make you more of who you already are. So if you are a good person, don't be afraid to go make money. I encourage you to go make more money, because you're going to take care of yourself. You're going to take care of your family. You're going to take care of your community. You're going to go help causes and people that you believe in and that you want to serve. So yes, you could volunteer your time as a volunteer, even if you don't have a lot of money, and there's other things you can do to serve. But imagine, money is the tool, like I talked about. And so if you have more money, you could go feed hundreds and thousands of kids. You can go do more when you have more of the tool that is required for living. I wish I would have known about the law of compensation. You will make more money when you provide more value to people. That's it. Right? How many of you go through your life and you're just like me? I was just going more through, hey, what do I want to do? What sport do I want to do? What club do I want to do? What activities? And a lot of people think more, hey, what do I want to do with my life? What job do I want to do? Do I want to be a doctor? Do I want to be an engineer? Do I want to be a teacher? Do I want to be an astronaut? What do I want to do with my time? But what I encourage you to think about is something a little bit different. If you're interested in making more money, think, how can I provide value? What job or what skill could I get that would provide a lot of value that people would pay for? What industries are there? Not just, hey, what local businesses? What are the industries? Go look worldwide. Go look globally. Look at big cities because that's where more opportunity is. Maybe you don't want to live in the city, but there's a lot of opportunities there. A lot of kids grow up and it's not bad. And if you have any of these jobs, it's not bad, but you look at your community. You look at like firefighters. You look at nurses. You look at people working down the street or as an auto repairman, a mechanic or something. That's what you see. And so if you don't see other things, you don't know you can do more. But the basic money concept is you will get paid in accordance to the value you provide. So if you're serving someone coffee, yes, I love my barista and they make my day and they're kind, they could be the best, but they're going to be capped at a certain amount of money. And so the best thing to do, I talk about Ikigai a lot, is what are you good at? What do you love? What does the world need? And what can you get paid for? So I encourage you to think about that as well, because I personally don't want to just go for money. I want to actually go for purpose and life satisfaction. I want to enjoy it. I've had many opportunities and had opportunities for $250,000 a year as a job, but I would have hated the job and it would have been miserable for me. And there's a way, if that's what you want to do, go for it. I can share more about that if you're interested, but I really want you to think about, how can I provide more value? What is more valuable? And honestly, we should probably explore this a little more in depth. I'm happy to do a video specifically on value and how to create it and what industries would be the best place to provide. The next law that was helpful that I learned about from MJ DeMarco in the Millionaire Fastlane, highly recommend this book. Please read it if you're interested, is the Law of Effection with an E. How many people can you affect? This is what professional athletes do. They provide value because they entertain people. They have a specialized skill, right? You want to think about, what skill can I have and what can I specialize in? It's nice to have general knowledge about things, but then what is the one thing that you are the expert in that you could provide that value to for someone, right? You want to have that expert say, hey, Elizabeth is an expert at this. And then someone knows that, and then I'm able to go provide that value. But then the other level is then I have that skill that's specialized. I'm providing that value. It's hard to do. And then how many people are you impacting? Sports people, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, they're entertaining millions of people. They're providing that value of entertainment and they have the hard skill, but millions of people are being impacted and the businesses are making billions of dollars off of them. So of course they're going to get $45 million or $120 million for a certain amount of time. They're going to get paid because they're doing that and impacting more people. So how can you impact more people? Like me as a teacher, I'm going to get paid a certain amount if I go to a certain school. I could be paid even more if I go to another school in a different county or a state that pays higher. I could get paid more for if I have a little bit more experience or knowledge. I can get paid a little bit more if I go to a different industry. I could get paid more potentially if I create my own thing and I'm able to reach billions of people. So you have to think about that, the law of affection. Who can you affect and can you affect more people? Caveat, yes, I know some of my friends, she specializes in a core focus, like a really niche thing, and makes millions of dollars with her business. And so you don't necessarily have to impact millions, but know that that is a way. I don't know who needs to hear this, but $1,000 isn't necessarily that much money. It's not. We talk about this. Maybe you make $40,000 a year or $80,000 a year. So yeah, $1,000 is going to feel like a lot of money, but there's trillions of dollars in the world. And I don't want to like make anyone feel bad or anything. Trust me, like it's not like I'm making $90,000 a month yet, right? I'm not making $1 million a month. So $1,000 still is a nice amount of money. Like I don't want to just like I wouldn't just drop it on the street is what I'm trying to say, right? I wouldn't just go bye. But it's not. There's trillions of dollars. And so be careful what you're saying. I'm really conscious about that, especially because of what we're building and what we've already built, and like what we have and what we will continue to have over time is incredible. And so I'm really careful about with our kids not saying like, oh, that's a lot of money or something, because they're going to think about, oh, $100 is a lot of money, $1,000 is a lot of money, $10,000 is a lot of money. It's important to be real. So this is kind of a tricky thing. But just being careful about the words you're using, it could be a lot of money to them. And explaining that, yes, because you don't have an income and you don't make money. So getting $100 or $1,000, that might seem like a lot. But did you know that there's billions of dollars? And if you provide value and if you impact more people and you get a specialized skill, you can make way more than that. And it's unlimited. You can go make as much money as you want. And there's people that make millions of dollars a day. And so sharing those examples, because if you're not exposed to that, if you don't think about that, then you're not going to think about that or think that's possible. And you're going to stay stuck in this thinking. There's a book called The Magic of Thinking Big. I recommend that as well. If you aren't thinking big enough, you're not going to be able to create more. So be careful what you think is a lot, because that actually is like nothing to a lot of people in the world. I just feel like I also have to say, like, appreciate the money that you have. You have to appreciate it. So bless every dollar you get. If you get $100, bless it. If you find a penny, Marie Forleo talks about, she's like, yes, I found money. Money, I love you, money, right? So respect it. Don't just be like, it's just $100, right? You don't want to disrespect it or think it's nothing, because for someone in this world and for many people in this world, it is a lot of money. So value that and then use that to go help those people where it is a lot of money and it might not be for you. But I just am trying to say this because I want your mind to expand. I'm not trying to diminish that or dismiss it, but I'm trying to get you to think bigger, because when a lot of my mentors started talking about things in a different way or telling me how much was really a lot or etc., my mind just expanded and I thought I could do more, and therefore I did more. And so I want that for you too. You have to spend money to make money. Stop being scared to spend money. I was always a really great saver. I was great at deploying eventually money into assets and making money, but then I wanted to get to another level. And so I had to start investing in things. If I wanted to create a YouTube channel, I have to invest money into a camera, into a microphone. You don't necessarily have to, but it's certainly going to help. Or invest money into your education or learning new skills or joining a mastermind or getting coached. You have to invest your money. Dan Martell, I don't know if you've seen him explode over the last year or so. And he's paid a ton of money to work with Ed Milet, who's an amazing coach. You can follow him on YouTube as well. Has over $500 million plus dollars. He's probably close to $1 billion, as an island, private jets, stuff like that. And is an awesome, genuine person too, really smart and really capable. But he started working with him and probably paid like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of dollars to work with him. And now Dan's making so much more because he's reaching more people and he's able to provide more value to more people, kind of like what we talked about earlier, the law of affection and the law of having these specialized skills and knowledge, etc., and truly caring about and supporting people and providing for these needs. So you got to spend some money to make some money. And how can you do that in your own life? Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. It's critical. And so the top investors, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, his right-hand man, talked about this. And so investing, it takes time. Like a lot of things, success, like even I just talked about Dan Martell, it took him time. He's in his 40s and he's really just expanded and he's going to keep expanding. So start where you are, and it might not be as much as you want. Like maybe you want to be like a Dan Martell, but you got to start with where you are if you want to eventually get there. But that compound interest, let's do our compound interest calculator. I love using nerd wallets. Feel free to do this. If I have $5,000 a month, put $5,000 a month that you can put into the stock market in a low cost index fund that averages a return of about 10%. What does that give us? Look at this. And look at the difference over 10 years. Okay. Look at the difference over 20 years. Went up a little bit, right? 30 years. Look at another one of 40 years. And look at 50 years. Have you noticed the difference between the principal, which is the amount of money you put in, versus the amount that you've accumulated in interest? Look at the difference of the blue and the green line. There's a huge gap. That's the money that you never put in. It's just because it's being compounded and multiplying. This is critical. And if you've ever seen the penny story, would you rather have $1 million, $1 million right now, or would you rather double a penny every single day for 30 days? Which one would you choose? Take a second. Let me know. Guess what? If you didn't just take the $1 million and you waited 30 days, you'd have over $5 million. Compounding is critical. It takes time. Some people aren't willing to wait. Some people have found other ways to make more money faster, and that's cool for you. But compound interest is powerful. Use it. And I have a lot of information. I have an investing course coming out soon and a Intro to Investing ebook that's going to be jam-packed. It already has so much valuable information that could help you get started. And I have some free videos on the channel too. But invest and make your money compound. It is life-changing. The less you care about money, the more it will master you. Okay, now sometimes being too caring and too intense about it and controlling is not helpful. I don't mean that. But if you are just money doesn't matter. Oh, why do you want to have so much money? Or rich people, who cares? Blah, 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 blah. Then you're holding yourself back so much. You have to care about it because it is the currency that will help you live the life that you want. So you can't just have this mindset about it. You can't just think I don't need money, because you do, and it's going to master you, and you're not going to have enough, and it's going to hurt your kids. So stop just not caring about it or putting your head in the sand, because it will help you. It will. And even if you're okay with less, I am such a minimalist and an essentialist. I could do a video on that. I learned a lot about that a few years ago, and it was life-changing, and I love it. I don't get that much joy buying a bunch of stuff. I really don't. I get more joy spending time with my family, taking care of my health, eating healthy foods, creating content, learning, serving. That's where I get my joy. Nice stuff is nice, and I'd love to live in a nice neighborhood. Those are the things that I care about, but it's not about the stuff. But guess what? I can have more time to do all the things I love and spend time with people I love if I'm able to make that more money, and I could help more people that I want to help, right? And so money is powerful, and it's important to accept that, because then you can do something about it, and then you can go create it. Don't just say it doesn't matter, because it does. Know that money can do great things. Money is good. Money is good. Money is good. It can help people buy food. It can help people from being hungry. It can help people to actually lower the risk of crime and sadness and depression and things like that. Of course, there are people who have a lot of money that are sad, depressed, things of that nature. So money isn't just the cure. But for a lot of the everyday people that I see, and as I've been working for the last 8 to 12 years and just seeing a lot more adults and people struggling and families and people having to adult and live their lives, if they had more money, for literally 99% of those people, their life would be better in some way. And so acknowledge the power of money and know that money can be helpful. You don't need to see it as this scary thing, and it doesn't have to master you, but having more of it can help. Anyone can learn this. Anyone can make more money. You could say, oh, I'm stupid, or I have a hard time learning, or that seems too complicated, or I'm already in so much debt, or I don't have a good family, or whatever the excuse is. It doesn't matter. Anyone can learn this. Any person. I'm just a normal girl, and I just went to the library and I started learning. I started taking action. I started believing and doing a bunch of other things that I have more videos on if you're interested in. But you have to take action. You have to believe that you can. You can. All right, those were 10 insights or 10 things I wish I knew as a soon-to-be millionaire teacher. Feel free to check out another video to master your mind, your money, your habits, and your life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. You got this.